In order for a training program to be effective, both the coach and the athlete must be confident and transparent with one another. Training and confidence or motivation have been shown to have a mutual relationship, and as was studied and shown by Heiestad and others, training with transparency between the coach and the athlete leads to a greater training effect through the course of a program. The goal of any program, as we know, is to achieve success, to meet the athlete's needs and wants. In my opinion, there are 4 components that go into this: confidence, transparency, trust, and work ethic. The challenge is to find the right model in order to get all 4 components to come together in order to achieve success. The right training model to use when training any athlete is the OPT training model, as it uses forms of stabilization, strength and power, and order in all planes of motion to allow the athlete to move the way they need to get to where they want to go. In other words, the OPT training model allows the coach and athlete to build a solid base from the ground up and get them to where they need to be before taking off in any direction needed. The OPT model essentially allows a coach to mold the athlete into the ideal shape for their training. As we all know, many athletes will train with multiple coaches through the course of their life. This could be good or bad. As was stated by Losch and others, proper training leads to enhanced performance, and improper training leads to decrease in performance. With that being said, as a coach, you may have an athlete who's been improperly trained in their past come to you. If this is the case, the OPT model is perfect, as it allows you to rebuild the athlete, correct their movement patterns, and take off in the direction you want to go. However, you may also have an athlete come to you with no training background. Again, the OPT training model is perfect for this athlete, as it allows you to, again, build the athlete from the ground up, allow them to move the way you want them to move, and again, take off in any direction, meeting their needs and wants. At the end of the day, the athlete wants a coach who cares, knows what they're doing, is going to work hard, and is going to hold both themselves and their athlete to a high standard. Whereas the coach is going to want a hardworking athlete who's dedicated and willing to do what they need to do to get to their goals. Transparency is obviously needed between these two, and the OPT model will allow for that to grow. At first, as we begin the OPT model, confidence and trust will be gained through both the coach and the athlete, as the athlete sees the way the coach is allowing them to improve, the way the coach is helping the athlete meet their goals. On the other hand, as the coach sees the athlete progress through the OPT model, their confidence and trust in the athlete will grow, knowing they can set them to new challenges and different variations. With this, transparency begins to grow, allowing the athlete and the coach to become more honest with one another, letting them know where they truly are, if they think they're in the right spot, if they feel they're not being challenged enough, or if they feel they want to go in a different direction. And finally, as confidence and trust have grown, building transparency, the work ethic will come into play. As all 4 components continue to grow, both the coach and the athlete are more willing to put in time and to do the right work to get the athlete to where they need to be. As I've stated, for these reasons, the OPT training model is the best model to use for training any athlete, as you will allow yourself to start from the ground up, building your own athlete and getting them to where they need to go, all the while building a strong relationship with your athlete.